Hi everyone, this is Nikki Rowland for GoGo Getaway, and today I'm making a layout for GoGo. I'm basing it on tone stamping, and I'm also playing along with this challenge by Lime Citron, which is a company that we've been using to provide us with some stamps lately, and they're completely awesome. So I thought I would play along with their challenge this month. I'm starting off by looking at that sketch that was on the challenge, and I'm adding some mixed media behind my where my photo will go. I'm going to do it in a vertical line down the right hand side of the layout, exactly as the sketch is. So I'm using a mixture of Inklingz and creamy Shimmerz Paints here to build up my background. So I'm using autumnal colours, although slightly alternative ones, because autumnal colours really aren't my thing. But I have got, you'll see there, I have got some coral colours and a green, and I've also got this deep, it's kind of like a copper colour. It's more brown than I would have liked, but I've only used a small amount of it. I'm coming in now with some sprays as well, because I wanted to have some more areas of intense green on the layout. So there we go, I'm just moving it around with some packaging, and basically that's my layout, that's my background pretty much complete. For the original paints anyway. So the technique this month that I am working with is tone stamping, and it's a technique that was taught by Terri back in June at our June getaway, and she did big wide stripes of paint on her background, and then she stamped using ink pads on top of each of the stripes with the same colour, so tone on tone. So I'm doing a slightly different take because I've gone for a watercolour mixed media background, and you saw me try to stamp with the Shimmerz paints on my stamp, but it didn't really work that well, so I've gone back for some ink pads. So I just pulled out 4 ink pads, so a green one, a yellow one, an orange one, and a pink one, I think, and I'm using a stamp by Lime Citron, which is like a bubble wrap type stamp, and I'm just using it with my finger, and I'm picking up some colour from the ink pads, and I'm stamping over the same colours. So the green stamp goes on the green area of paint, and the pink goes on the pink, and the orange goes on the orange, and the yellow on the yellow, etc. So there you go. On the sketch, there is some script writing, and there's also a couple of circles. So I'm just coming in with a dark ink pad now, so it's a dark grey, stays on ink pad, and I'm adding in some more stamping to add some more details to my background. So there you go, you can see it there. I've worked out roughly where my photo is going to go, and I've got that giant pear that's from one of the Paige Evans Truly Grateful ephemera sets. So that's going to go in behind my photo there, and I've just pulled out also some little papers from the swatch books as well, the Paige Evans Truly Grateful swatch books. So just a few colours of paper that complement the background, because mostly this layout is about the background. There's not a lot of pattern paper on this layout at all. So I'm now doing some fussy cutting. So I thought I'd fussy cut out some butterflies from that beautiful Paige Evans Truly Grateful paper. I liked the pinky colours in this in the butterflies from that sheet. So even though this is supposed to be an autumnal style layout using autumnal colours, I say they're not my favourite, to be honest. So I thought I'd jazz it up with some pink. So pinks and orange and blues on the butterflies from that piece of paper. So I fussy cut all of those, and I'm just pulling out some bits and pieces from the Paige Evans ephemera to see what else I can get onto this layout, what else will go and fit in with the background colours that I have just done. So I'm just going through all those little bits and pieces that I've got there. I've also got Paige Evans stickers, and I've also got the puffy thick phrase stickers as well. I was determined to get in those pumpkins, although the purple didn't really go with my background, so I just really wanted the yellowish one, but of course it's attached to the purple one, so I have to move that around a bit to figure out where it's going to go. I've just mounted my photo onto a piece of yellow cardstock. It's a journaling card, just dressed the edges, and now I'm adding some vellum behind it as well, just to give it a bit of a softer look too. So here I'm just sticking my pattern papers together that are going to go up behind my photo, so I'm kind of creating a bit of a photo stack here. Still got that pear in the background, that was obviously got to stay. That's a fantastic pear, it's a great colour. So now I'm coming in with the little bits and pieces to basically finish off my layout. I've got some mushrooms, I've got that pumpkin that you can see I tucked in at the bottom left of the photo, I've got my butterflies, I've got a few leaves and flowers, and then I've got this fabulous Let's Go Bramble Fox acrylic title. I'm not quite sure what that's from. I don't know if I bought it as a separate piece or if it came in a previous Fox box. I don't know if it's available on the website either. I'll have a look, and if it is, I'll link it below. But it's a really cute little yellow Let's Go, and that applies to lots of things. Obviously, I don't know why I haven't used it before. It was still in my box of bits to use, so that was ideal for this layout. Absolutely perfect. It went really well with this photo and with this colour scheme as well. So I'm going to get that stuck at the bottom of my photo, really following the sketch from Lime Citron really well. So the other things that had to be included on this layout for the Lime Citron challenge was to use Lime Citron products, which I have done, to use the sketch, which I have done, use the colours, which I have done, but also to include a script text stamp on your background, which I've done, and it says to make a layout using spots, which I think is French, so I can't really understand it. I've tried Google Translate and it just says make a layout using spots, so I think it just means use some polka dots or maybe enamel dots or something like that. So I'm coming in with some enamel dots now, some gold ones, and I've obviously used the bubble wrap stamp for my background anyway, so I've got lots of polka dots on this layout really, so I'm hoping that I meet the challenge criteria. It was definitely good fun to do. I do like to join in with challenges every now and then. I don't get to do that many because I'm doing so much DT work all the time, but on this occasion I was really able to combine the two. So the tone-on-tone stamping went so well with the sketch for this challenge, yeah, so basically I could combine the two and join in. Yeah, just coming in with all some little bits of details and things. So on this sticker sheet you've got lots of dots and things that are ideal for little small details. I also had some puffy stickers as well, I think, that I've added some bits from the Paige Evans collection, yeah, I'm just going through adding lots of little bits and pieces, and it's pretty much done, to be honest. It's nearly finished. I just wanted to come in with a few more splatters. Obviously I've covered up quite a lot of my mixed media background with my my photo and all the embellishments. That's just what happens, isn't it, with mixed media backgrounds. So I just wanted to add a few areas of splatters, again tone on tone like the technique. So I'm adding yellow splatters around the yellow areas of paint and orange splatters around the orange areas of paint, etc. So you get the picture. Tone on tone is a really effective technique to use. You don't have to do mixed media, you can do it with anything. So if you're embellishing a pattern paper, for example, if you use the same colour embellishments on top of each area of colour from the pattern paper, you get the same kind of effect. It's really cool. So I was just thinking there, should I add some pattern paper to the background, but it really wasn't on the sketch, and when I came to try and do it I didn't think it looked right, so I'm just going to leave it as a completely white background. I just want to trim off the top part of my layout because it was it was like a tear out sheet from a paper pad, the background, so I needed to trim that off on my trimmer, and I couldn't do that because my splatters were still wet. So I just had to quickly blast them with the heat tool. Right, and that is me done. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope we have inspired you to have a go at tone on tone stamping, and have a play along with that Lime Citron challenge as well. It's great fun. Thank you. That was Nikki Rowland for GoGo Getaway.